Put a figure down if your university said that they were going to have free tuition for families that made under $65,000 a year. Instead, they increased tuition, made a lot of students that would have qualified disqualified without telling them, then raising tuition and cutting financial aid. Really wanted to share this information and anecdotal experience with you guys that are watching that really want to go to UT Austin or college in general but don't understand how grant money works or loans, tuition, etc. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Jewel, and if you are new to my channel and this is the first video you're watching, hey, interesting video choice. But I started out this channel again to show my journey in college and specifically getting into my dream school, the University of Texas at Austin. I can link all the videos down below, but I always told myself that I would put the resources out there and create resources for students that didn't exist when I was looking into doing all of this. I wanted to talk about how much it costs to go to the University of Texas at Austin because I know you can just Google it right now, type it in, the tuition shows up. An anecdotal experience from someone who puts herself through college. I would love to explain to you what's going on right now and how I've done it over the past years at UT Austin. I have a video on how I pay for college, put myself through college, etc. If you don't know, I grew up poor and the cost of college isn't even fathomable to me. I have no clue how I've managed my way through university as far as I have until now. Let's go ahead and take a look at how much tuition cost my first semester at UT Austin and my financial aid package compared throughout the years that I've attended. Fall 2018 was my first semester at UT Austin. So applied to UT debt is $5,239. That is how much it costs to attend UT Austin that fall semester for me. And then right above it, the $10,448 is how much I was awarded in total. And breaking down all the awards up here, we have a UT Texas public grant. I don't have to pay that one back, so that's $1,500. $1,000 for Texas grant transfer, don't have to pay that back. $3,000 for federal Pell Grant, do not have to pay that one back. The federal direct unsubsidized and the subsidized loan of $1,000 and $2,700, I do have to pay back those. And then it says amount released to student. So the amount released to student is how much money of my grant or my loans that I get into my bank account to pay for rent, food, books, expenses, $4,770. It was a lot of money, especially for me. However, it does go by really fast when you're buying textbooks and you're having to live in Austin. Austin's extremely expensive compared to where I came from. And yeah, so just keep that in the back of your mind. But whatever, we're moving on to spring 2019. It basically follows the exact same order as we've already talked about in the fall. Amount released to student, $4,770. And then the UT debt is how much I paid UT, it's $5,200. And if we go on over to fall 2019, you can see that the total award amount was again $10,050. The amount paid to debt is now $5,334. So that means tuition went up about $100. I don't really know why, but it did. So that's fine. And then released to student, $4,677, which is actually just $100 less than what I got in 2018 and spring 2019. And then if you look at spring 2020, same goes for this. As you can see, my awards are 3 grants and 2 loans. Summer of 2019, okay? UT released a statement that they would have free tuition for families under a certain amount of money. I qualify. Without telling students that they changed the requirements, one of them being if you've ever taken a college class before UT Austin, you no longer apply. I would have had free tuition and now you're telling me I don't apply? Like, what? But you're not even telling me? Whatever. Anyway, no shade. Just letting you guys know what's going on. So now we're in the middle of a pandemic, as you know. So you would expect like maybe a little stimulus money, maybe
help from the government,
something like that. Now, I'm not completely sure who's in charge of FAFSA's, I'm pretty sure it's the government, right? But I'm not sure who's responsible for my awards that I'm about to show you for this semester and the following spring semester coming up. I no longer have access to campus, which tuition is supposed to pay for part of campus. It's supposed to pay for bills, your professors, your amenities, the rec center, the football team, like all of these things is what adds up to be the $5,000, okay? Well, this semester, all of my classes are online. I do not live in Austin. I do not get to go to my campus. I do not get to have actual life on campus or use the amenities or whatever. I'm obviously not the only one that's experiencing this. That's why I'm talking about this and how interesting it is that instead tuition increased this year. So as we can look, amount applied to UT debt is $5,473. That went up another $150 from last year. Now you might be looking at the award total. Well, man, it says you got $14,000 in award total. No, honey. We didn't accept all of that. So as you can see, amount released to student, $2,985. That is almost half of what I've gotten all those other semesters that I've shown you, which is amazing. I'm so thankful. I'm blessed to even have the opportunity to have an education. However, they do not warn the students, and I am thinking of everyone in my situation that may not have their family to live with right now, and they're having to pay for rent during the middle of a pandemic, and this is how much help they got. I don't know. Anyway, so as you can see, I have the loan, subsidized loan that I'm paying back. Then I have a Texas grant continuing, and then I have a UT Texas Public Health grant, $64, and then a federal Pell grant, and that got $3,000. Now, the $2,000 and $2,750 is what I got to my account with the help of whatever was left over after tuition pulled out $5,473. But that extra $5,000 to $6,000 that it says I got awarded, I did not accept that. That is a parent loan. So if you didn't know, there are options to take out a parent loan, and basically your parent applies for it. It's $5,700, and either they have good credit and they get accepted. In my case, if either of my parents tried to get it, they would get declined. So then you can apply as the student to get the loan, to get the parent loan. However, as much as I'm glad that exists as an option if I ever needed to do that, I was not going to take out $6,000 that I would have to pay back when I luckily do not have rent this semester, and I can try to watch my money by living at home. So yeah, I thought it was really interesting that they said they were going to have free tuition and then instead complete oppositely increase tuition and not inform anyone that thought they were eligible, or not informing the mass public. And I get it, it's the middle of a pandemic, and I think everyone's having to watch their pockets or whatever. But all I'm saying is there are lots of lawsuits going on with a bunch of different colleges because families feel that we're getting an inferior education. And quite frankly, our professors, they're the same professors, absolutely respect them, absolutely respect their job and trying to give us the best education as possible. But a lot of us are in-person learners like myself. A lot of us are doers, and even the teachers, they love to teach that way. So it's no one's fault other than it's very interesting that this is how it played out, is all I'm gonna say. But yeah, so what do you guys think? I hope I'm not upsetting anyone at UT Austin. I absolutely love the school, but I just really wanted to share this information and anecdotal experience with you guys that are watching, that really want to go to UT Austin or college in general, but don't understand how grant money works or loans, tuition, etc. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will link down below the videos that I talked about, even the one where I talk about the free tuition that was supposed to happen. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. While you're still here, stream my podcast, Becoming an Influencer, on Apple or Spotify. Okay, that's all. Thanks. Bye. Hey, I also have a podcast, Becoming an Influencer, available on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.